Has your business always been in good standing? Chances are there's been a moment where your business has gone through a rough patch. Whether it's bad feedback from a social media review, whether you got a direct mail from a client, whether it's like an email or something, bad mouthing one of your employees. Hi, I'm Justin with Emerge Now, and today we talk about the importance of addressing negative feedback. Negative feedback is bound to happen. There's going to be times your business is put in an awkward position where you have to address a client's concern. Maybe it's not even a valid concern, but you have to address it before it goes public. They could go to the news. They could just write you a nasty gram in an email or a direct mail piece. They could go to social media. That can influence a lot of people to talk bad about your brand. There's been instances recently with Starbucks where they had to address some concerns, and other businesses as well who have had to go through negative press. But it's okay. Negative press doesn't mean the end of your business. But one thing is to make sure that you address it properly. Going defensive against any message, you're bound to lose, especially in this media age, in this social media era. Take time, review the facts, make sure you talk to enough people. But it's also important to know how to address that feedback before it becomes a problem. Now with Starbucks, it became a big racial debate. But what they may have been able to do was survey, get feedback from employees, get feedback from their customers. And so to address it beforehand is the best way to avoid negative feedback. When it happens in an isolated incident, if it goes to social media, prepare, have a team in place, know how to respond in times of adversity. Give yourself a time period to relax and get the message off properly. Whether that's saying, hey, we need to review all the facts before we put out a statement, whether that's putting out a press release, whether that's going on a news tour. Whatever your business needs to do to counteract negative feedback, ensure that there's a proper plan in place. There's a ton of ways that businesses can do this. They can hire an outside consulting firm. They can have in-house public relations. They can address it themselves. They can go to social media. They can choose to be silent. All those can have different types of results. It doesn't matter. The importance is making sure that you're transparent, especially in times of adversity. Being able to admit fault and say, you know what, maybe we aren't perfect, but we're going to learn from this incident. It's just like when you get in trouble. Anytime you get in trouble at home, sometimes parents or coaches or anybody in leadership, they don't necessarily want to hear that they're wrong, that they are the person that's wrong. But what they might want to hear is that accountability factor and say, you know what, I admit I'm not perfect. And as a business, you got to admit sometimes that you may provide a great service, but there may be other aspects of your product, your service, your interactions with other people that may not be up to par. And it's okay. Admit those. Peel back the layers a little bit and show people that you are a brand, but you have people there as well. And I think a lot of people would relate to that. Everybody's not perfect. There's not a person on earth who believes that they're perfect or understands that they don't have flaws. Address them and understand that you can come back from it. Come back from it stronger. There are brands who have had negative press and come back a lot stronger. Facebook just recently realized that they were giving out information they shouldn't have. And although they lost a few users, they rebranded themselves. They said, you know what? We're going to go back to our roots. We're going to put our users first. Businesses are getting put off. Companies, others who have no relations outside of just interaction with friends are getting put to the side. And the importance is now on customers, now on their clients, the users of Facebook. And guess what? You think their stock continued to dive? You think the amount of users that Facebook had continued to dive? No, they increased. Both of them did. And that's important. It's important to realize that you can bounce back from bad press and it's not the end of the world. So take a look. Make sure you understand all the facts before you address it, and understand that negative press sometimes can be a revitalization in your business. Sometimes your business needs to get slapped in the face in order to realize you're not perfect. Then you can make adjustments and get better. Visit Emerge Now. Make sure you subscribe.